Hi guys, it's me, Julia. As you can tell, the festive season is fully upon me. I'm sitting here next to my little tree on the bed, or next to the bed. I've got my fluffy fur pillows. I've got a fur throw over the headboard. I've got some twinkly lights, battery operated, and I'm going through batteries like crazy. And I was just about to do some online Christmas shopping, and I thought, let's pour myself a festive drink and maybe have a talk with some friends, which is you. So welcome to my boudoir. This is a little bit of Pimm's mixed in with some cranberry ginger ale. It's actually kind of tasty, especially the more I drink. And I mean, like anything red. Hello. This is kind of like rediscovered or new discoveries, and they're like holy grail products to me, things that I just really, really love. And I'm gonna start with my hair. So if you notice, my hair is back to brown, and I started this experiment about a year ago where I was going to go white blonde because my hair has a lot of gray in it, and I thought, okay, well, I'm tired of coloring my hair every 6 weeks or whatever, and I really wanted to let the gray come in and kind of embrace it. So my original plan was to go like platinum blonde and then maybe put in a little bit of color like mauve or something like that, and then let the white kind of come out on its own, and then I'd be this really cool hip white-haired person. But the problem is my hair is so naturally dark and has so much warmth in it. Like there's a lot of red in my hair on its own. My father was a redhead, so I've got a little bit of ginger in my hair, and it kind of comes out as coppery. Going blonde was a nightmare for me. Like it, and this is something that everybody needs to know. You can't go from this color, like if this is my like natural color, you can't go from this to white blonde, like the color of my throw, in one sitting or even 3 sittings. So I was spending all this money and my hair wasn't getting to where I wanted it. Like it was blonde, but it was like a warm orangey blonde, and it just wasn't getting any lighter, and it was getting worse and worse condition, just gets really dry and brittle. And then I decided to just kind of give up on that. So today, just this morning, I went and I got my friend to just bring the brown back and bring it back to like a warm brown, so that I can like a cool, I say as you get older you should go lighter, and I don't really necessarily agree with that because I went lighter and I feel like it makes me look a little bit haggard. It pulls color out of my skin. It makes me look pale, drains me. Having this kind of like warm reddish brown just brings a little bit of color into my face. That could be the gin. And just looks natural. So I wouldn't go with the dark contrast, like really cool brown, but keeping it warm I think works really well. And she was able to keep the blonde that I had, and it's now just like a dark honey blonde, and I think it looks, I love it. This is a rediscovered favorite. Just I'm settling down, not settling down, and it doesn't mean that I'm never going to change, but I'm just like accepting what works best for me, and I think that's really important. So that's that. I love that. I'm like thinking of what my absolute holy grail favorites are, and I have to mention these 2 hair tools. This hair dryer is literally the best hair dryer I've ever used in my life, and I just noticed there's a big crack in it, so please don't let this be the jinxing moment where it decides to explode. I've had this for about 5 or 6 years, and my hair goes from like this length to longer, and it's thick, so it takes me like 10 to 20 minutes to dry my hair every day. It's the Conair, the Infinity Eye Pro from Conair, and I think they have these in different colors, and it's got like negative ions or whatever, I don't know, or it like combats negative ions and helps beat frizz. I haven't really noticed that, but I have noticed that it just goes like a power horse, and it dries my hair quite quickly. It's the best drugstore hair dryer ever, and it's so well made that it just lasts and lasts. So I've got the orange one, and this was around $40, I think. It's just amazing, and it's got like a cold shot that's really good, and it goes from hot, it's got 3 heat settings, and they're not too hot, and then you've got 3 speed, and it's just great. So I highly recommend it, and I always leave the nozzle on because it helps direct the heat in one direction. I find when I take off the nozzle and just use it like this, I find that my hair gets really frizzy that way. So Really good. And then if you like a lot of volume in your hair, you have to try one of these. And I do believe I've mentioned this one before. This is basically, this kind of technology has been around for like decades. And it's just basically like a hot brush. So this one, it's not like a curling iron. It's like almost like a mini hair dryer. So air actually comes out of this, but you've got this ceramic plated kind of round brush. So I really love this I get my hair to like almost dry. So it's about 85% dry. And then I'll take this and finish it off and just use it. And it gives me nice volume and lift at my root, and it smooths out my hair, and sometimes I can skip the straighteners if I do that. So I really love this one, and this is just from Tresemme, and it's like the Pro Tool or something like that. I'll see if I can find the name of it and link it down below. But I love this, and I use this even on second day hair if you just want to like bring back some smoothness, like sleek your hair down a little bit, give it a little bit of life, and get some air going at the roots. And again, from the drugstore, it was like $35. I mentioned my drink. So refreshing. I am not sponsored by Pimm's, although I should be. If you're like me, you're tired. You're so tired. You work like 8-9 hours a day, if not more, and then you come home and it's kids and just like and housework and cooking and all that stuff, and you're just so tired. And then Christmas rolls around and you feel so stressed out, right? I know that I do. And this year I'm really trying to kind of pull myself back and do more of a laid back Christmas. Christmas Day, I'm wearing my PJs all darn day. That's what I've decided. And the other area where I'm really trying to like, you know, calm down a little bit is Christmas shopping. I have 2 teenage boys and a husband who are tech crazy. So everything they ask for, I can go from store to store to store looking for it, never find it when it's all online. A couple of years ago, I started to shop more and more online to the point now where it's like I'm pretty much exclusive. I do like to go out just before Christmas and get like a couple of stocking stuffers that are, you know, spur of the moment kind of things. But for the most part, my kids know exactly what they want. I get the list. I go to Amazon. It might sound impersonal, but it's so much less stressful than trying to shop in 12 different stores and find what you're looking for. So the website that I wanted to tell you about, which is really great, is it's like a little bit of a reward for shopping online, and it's called Ebates. So it's ebates.com or ebates.ca. So anyway, Ebates is just this website that won't show up on the camera now. And basically what you do is all of the stores that you could think to shop in, like Old Navy, Amazon, I've got Dyson, Indigo, and then they have like, I'll show you all the stores. This is ebates.ca, obviously, because I'm Canadian. And all stores, like look at all these stores, okay? So what it is you log into the Ebates and you create an account there. It's totally free. I'm sure they're selling your name to the devil, but whatever, I don't care. Because I'm gonna win, I get some money from using this. So you create an account and basically you go to whatever store you want, and all the big names are on here, and you just log into Ebates, you log into the store, and you get rebates, you get cash back, and they're all different. For example, let's just pick Naturalizer, which is a shoe store. They're offering 4% cash back. So if I shop, and I don't know how it works, like I don't know who, like where the rebate is coming from, but obviously these companies probably advertise or pay Ebates to be on their site. So I get 4% back. So once you've reached, you know, like $10 or something, after that they'll send you a check. So I've received a few checks just from shopping on Ebates. So like, why not get something back for shopping online? So I love that, especially this time of year when we're doing a lot of shopping. We're gonna talk about some Holy Grail pants now. Holy Grail pants. So I mean, you could go out and you could spend thousands of dollars buying, or hundreds of dollars, whatever, buying jeans. Or if you're like me and you're cheap, you can just go to Walmart and go to the Jordache line, and they're fabulous. So I just picked up a new pair today, and I have these Jordache stretch skinny jeans in a whole bunch of different washes, a whole bunch of different types. Like they've got, the one that I have here is a mid-rise skinny, so it's like a jean. And they're nice, and they've got, what I like about them is they're nice and stretchy. They're like mid-rise. They've got nice pocket placements, right? So that I hate jeans that have tiny little pockets and they put them at the bottom, like, so it's like it's looking like your bum is going like this instead of like this. So these pockets are nice in the middle. You can get them at Walmart. They are $25 a piece. I mean, that's really great. I have a pair on today that I basically use to distress myself, so I kind of slit my knees, and I'm not paying, you know, hundreds of dollars for a trend that might not be around next year, and then I can buy a nice replacement pair. They've got dark washes, light washes, whatever, and they don't have any of that stupid, you know how some jeans, especially lower cost ones, will do those like crease marks in them, and I find that really distracting. It looks like you got zebra stripes on you, or zebra, whatever you want to say. These don't have those. They're just nice material. They last really well. I really like them. I'm a big proponent of getting the same look that you would spend $200 on for, like, you know, 30 bucks. I have a feeling at 25 minutes unedited, I might have to cut some of this stuff out. I got some more tools. And honest to God, where have these brushes been all my life? I have never used EcoTools brushes, but I recently, like, some of my brushes are starting to look a little tired, and I thought I want to pick up some new brushes, and I had very specific ones that I wanted. I wanted a nice kind of fluffy blush brush, and I wanted some new eye brushes. So I was online shopping a little while ago, and I found this little kit at walmart.ca, and it's like the contour and highlight, or define and highlight kit. I'll see if I can find it, link down below. And it's like a really nice, this is like the contour brush, I think. Does it say on here? Yeah, define. So you're supposed to use this for your contour. And then this is the highlight, and it's a fan brush, but it's unlike any other fan brush I've ever used, mostly because it's thicker. And if you can see, it's like wedge shaped. So it's got this nice beveled edge on it, and the product just lies on here, and then you put it on your brush. And it's not like, I find a lot of fan brushes are really thin, and it's like you're trying to use a knife on your cheekbones, and it doesn't work. So this is really nice and soft. And I don't use this as a bronzer brush. You'll see why in a second. I use this actually as a nice fluffy blush brush, and it was $15 for the two, and they're very well made, and they're so soft, and they're just great. I picked up this little eye kit, and they're like smaller brushes, but the heads on them are a good size. And again, so there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes, and I think I paid $10 for them. And you get like a shader brush, an angled crease brush, you get a smudge brush. This is a small shader brush, and then there's like a define brush. To be honest, I really only use the like the angled contour and the flat one, and then I use the smudger brush. I don't really use the flat shader, because the small shader, because I don't very often highlight my inner corner, and I have a pencil brush, so I don't often use this define brush. It's a little bit too small, but these 3 brushes made the whole kit worth it. And what I love is this brush is really nice and fluffy, but it packs color on so well. I'm just going to move you in, because I think some of these I might try on, because I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup, and I wanted to kind of show you. So let's just show you. So I'm going into something else that's an old favorite, MAC eyeshadows. Again, I have so many palettes, and I just keep coming back to these like MAC shadows, specifically Satin Taupe and Naked Lunch. I just love those. My Naked Lunch finally bit the bucket, or bit the dust. So I've kind of plopped Satin Taupe in with these other shades, and to be honest, the only one I know is this one, which is All That Glitters. I don't know what the rest of these are called. This might be, I don't know. Anyway, I've just really been enjoying these shadows, and I love Satin Taupe so much. So just, you know, Rediscovered. They sit in my you know, collection for so long, and then I bring them out, and then I fall in love with them, and I wear them religiously for so long, and then I kind of put them aside, and it's just this cycle that I go through. So I'm just taking that All That Glitters on this brush, and it just packs it on so well. I don't know why. Like, why is it so good for such a thick brush? It just picks up the product so well. This little contour brush, I'll pick up the Satin Taupe, and you think, ooh, that's really big, but it places the product so well, and then it buffs it out, and it's so soft, and they're just great brushes. And where have they been all of my life. So I'm just so happy I discovered those brushes, and they work so well with my Rediscovered MAC eyeshadows. Let's see if we can find the names of these. So we got, so that's Satin Taupe. Okay, hold on. That's Satin Taupe and All That Glitters. All That Glitters is this really nice kind of warm, it's like a champagne shade, but it's got, see how it's got like nice peachiness on there? And then Satin Taupe is just this, like, I just find that that color is like a holy grail in itself. I think everybody needs a good kind of taupey shade. And then there's the All That Glitters. See how it's, oh, it's just so pretty. And then I also have in this warm little collection, I've got Sable, which is a nice warm brown. I love how the finish is on these MAC shadows. Like, that's a nice warm brown. And then what else have I got here? I think this is Cranberry. No, Star Violet. And it's just a really nice warm reddy brown. See it there? It's like a cranberry shade, but anyway, I don't necessarily wear them together, but I like to, I'll wear any of the darker shades with All That Glitters, so I kind of mix and match that way. But, and that's the other thing that I like about MAC. I like that you can go and pick your shades, pick a little palette, plop them in there, and I find the singles are the best quality shadows that they have. So sticking with eyes, I've got a new discovered holy grail without a doubt, and it's the Revlon Mega Multiplier Mascara. Now I know that a lot of, like, they came out last year, I think, or this summer, with a bunch of new mascaras, and they all had different colored lids, and they were kind of panned by critics, and not a lot of people really liked them. But Candy Johnson was talking about this one in particular, talking about how waterproof it was, and that piqued my interest. So I went and I looked, and sure enough, it's a tubing mascara. And I love tubing mascaras because it gives me waterproof without irritating my eyes like waterproof mascara does. And for some reason, like over the last 6 months to a year, every single mascara that I put on my face, regardless of whether it's waterproof or just like long wearing, whatever, smudges underneath my eyes. And then when I go to waterproof, they tend to irritate my eyes a lot. Like, it feels like sandpaper on my eyes. So probably because it's repelling the water, I'm not exactly sure. So tubing mascara is really the best. And it's almost impossible for me to find tubing mascaras because they don't really advertise themselves as tubing mascaras. Most notable at the drugstore is the Double Extend from L'Oreal, and that's like a two-ended one where you put the tubes on first, then you paint the mascara on over top. I like that one. This one's even better because it's just a one-step process, and I think it's a little bit cheaper than the L'Oreal one. And it's just like a regular bristle brush, and it just puts the fibers on your lashes. It gives, I find tubing mascara is not the most voluminous, but if I sit and I work with it, I get really nice from edge to edge, fanned out, nice, pretty lashes, which is what I like. So this, and it just comes off at the end of the day with warm water. Awesome. And that's kind of the tell. If you see a mascara that says removes easily with warm water, chances are it's a tubing one. This is really great, and I've already purchased a pack. I've really fallen for this L'Oreal Revitalift Serum and Moisturizer. So it's a two-step process. The reason why I picked this one up is because I was using the Glam Glow Dream Duo. It comes in a little pot, and you've got like one side is your exfoliant, and then the next side is like a glowy moisturizer. So this works the same way. You've got like a white serum and then this kind of peachy toned moisturizer that gives your skin a little bit of glow, and it has a nice smell, and it just makes your skin look soft and glowy. I really like it. The Glam Glow one is like $70. This is $30, but you get twice as much product. And they also have a Revitalift brightening one that I'm going to try next, where it's the same kind of idea. And what I really love about this is it's one package, so both little halves come out of the one side, and it's been really good. And I've noticed that my skin has been nice and bright with it, so I kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot. I have talked about this before. I will continue to talk about it because I love it so much. It's the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer from First Aid Beauty. And it is, again, Just a really nice, I don't use it as a primer, I use it as a moisturizer, but it's tinted, it's illuminating, so you get, oh yeah, oh, look at it. So if you're old like me and would like your skin to look glowy like it did when you were 15, and you didn't think to yourself that 30 years later your skin would be dull, you should give it a try. It's exclusive to Sephora. It's $36. It smells like coconut. It really moisturizes and it gives you a nice glow without looking like, you know, you put tinfoil on your face. I've also been loving the Aven Anti-Rouge or Anti-Redness Day Cream. This has a little bit of a green tint. Boom, like that. Can you see my finger? I cut myself. Boo. It's got a nice little green tint. It's not the greenest of green tints. It's not like it leaves your skin feeling green, but whatever it does, it really helps with the redness. It calms my skin, and it has an SPF of 20, which is a bonus. So I think this is last. Yes, this will be last. So lastly is a rediscovered holy grail. It's the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. I don't know why I ever got rid of this and why I thought I needed something else in my life, but you know, we fall victim to the trying everything new. So I tried this. I liked it back in the day, but I got rid of it, and you know, because I wasn't using it because I was trying all the different ones, and I was trying the matte bronzers and the contour shades and things like that. And to be fair, I've learned to just accept that I'm not a contouring type person. When I, like, first of all, I've got fat cheeks, so when I contour, it's not like I'm getting that chiseled cheekbone look. And I think we have to be realistic, okay? People that look good like that are people that already have fairly defined cheekbones, and you're just exaggerating the cheekbones. You can't make a cheekbone where there isn't one. So I'm always like putting the, like, look, I don't have cheekbones. I just have cheeks, okay? I have to accept it. You're like, yes, I have cheekbones up here, like my cheekbone is up here, but there's all this apple. I have apples, people. So, and like, I'm giving up the ghost on contouring. It doesn't look good on me. I end up looking like it's all down here. I've got redness in my cheeks to begin with, so it just, it sits here funny, like it sits underneath, like no matter where I put it, it sits kind of funny, and it just looks like I've got this brown streak on my face. And even when I blend it out, I don't look contoured. I don't look like I suddenly have cheekbones. I just look silly. So what really works for me is kind of bronzing up on my cheekbones and bronzing around the perimeter of my face to warm up my face. It brings my hairline in a little bit because it's a little bit, I've got like a 6 head instead of a 4 head, and it just works. Now this bronzer in particular, it's just so lovely, and it's $3 and it does everything. It's not matte, but it's not shimmery. So it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. I recommend the golden one because I find the cool one is just, it's a little bit too mauve-y. It's almost like a blush. This is nice. I think it suits everybody's skin tone. You've got 4 quadrants here. You've got like one that's a little bit more red. This is more like a cool tone brown. They work great as eyeshadows as well. A warmer light brown, and then something that could be considered a highlight shade. So you can pick like to stay down here or here. I just swirl them all together. I've almost hit pan on this, and I've only had it for 3 months, so that lets you know how much I've been using it. And I've been loving it with this brush, and this is just the angled blush brush from e.l.f. And there's just something about this angle that works so much better than using like you know, something like this. Like, I find this puts too much product and it spreads out the bronzer too much. This just allows you to, it really defines where you're putting the bronzer. So I go like this on my cheekbone. It warms up my cheeks. And I'm also learning, like, I'm not a big fan of matte bronzers. Like, I want my skin to look like it has life and not like I just put, orange powder on my face, right? Sorry, I dropped it. So it's just, it's so nice and warm, and I just really love it. And then if you really want to go whole hog, I whip out a little Charlotte Tilbury blush, and this one is in Love Glow. You know these ones that look like boobies. Look, it's a boob. And this is what I use this brush for. I swirl, I pop, and then I just, oh great, now I've made a mess of it. And it's just a nice glow. And I've discovered I like blushes that have a little bit of a glow in them. There, so now I look like I've been outside, but really all I'm going to do is take my drink and go online shopping. Thanks for chatting with me, guys. Thanks for putting up with me for the last 9 years. Thanks for sticking with me, encouraging me, interacting with me. I love you so much. I don't know when I'm going to get this video up, but as I'm making it, it's just about American Thanksgiving. So I wish all of my American viewers a happy Thanksgiving and a healthy, happy holiday season, and we'll see you soon. My next video is going to be a different one. It's going to be a fashion related video. Ooh, Julia's going to stand up and you're going to get to see me in all my glory trying clothes on. So look forward to that. Ring that little bell so you get that notification. Ha! Anyway, okay, clearly I've had enough to drink. I will see you later. Bye, guys.